Hello everyone on my little oily team. It's so exciting to have you all potentially listening to the replay or joining me here in the next few minutes. I'm excited to announce that our team is going to be doing a special weekly Facebook Live on this secret group here, specifically just for our team. Since day one of my big motivating factors in having my own oil business was that I had heard a lot of other people talk about getting oils and not knowing what to do with them. And I just thought, like, why would you ever sell oils to somebody and not teach them how to use the gift they have in their home? And so from day one, I knew that I was going to be committed to education for my people because oils are such a gift, and I want every single person that has them in their home to be able to be empowered to use them. So today we're starting with our first Facebook Live. They're always going to be on Mondays at random times throughout the day, depending on the leader that is going to head them up. And we're going to go through some different topics. So some exciting things for this month that you can plan for. Obviously today I'm joining and we're going to do a 101 live right here from outside my library that's 2 blocks from my home. The nanny's watching my baby, so that's what's going on in my world. But anyways, next week will be Melissa Christopher teaching about essential oils and immune health. If you've been following her on Instagram, she has an incredible series going on there, and she's going to bless us with her knowledge right live and personal in a live video on our team. And then the week after that, we're going to hear from Emily Paulson on self-care and essential oils. And then we have lots of other awesome topics coming up, but I'll go ahead and dive into what I wanted to go through today. Number one, if you're a new oil user, one of the first things that you want to get connected to is your favorite resource. And so when you first order a kit or get enrolled with doTERRA, you'll get a welcome packet. Your welcome packet comes with some awesome stuff. Number one, it comes with some sweet stickers that you can put on the top of your oil bottles, so when you organize them in a drawer, you can see all the tops of them. Or if you get a box from doTERRA to store them in, you're able to see the sticker on the top. And then it also comes with a great product guide, and the product guide has awesome information on your oils. So it will literally walk through the ways that you can use your oils. It'll give an A, an I, or a T. A is for using oils aromatically, T topically, I internally, and it'll tell you which oils you can use in those different ways. And it also gives you a key for how much those oils need to be diluted. So oregano is going to be labeled there as something that needs to be heavily diluted because it's a spicy oil. So not only can you use your product guide as a place to start a wish list, let's be honest, but it also gives you great ideas for how to use the oils that you currently have. It also gives you 3 brochures, Live, Share, and Build, and those different handouts go through some great information as well. The Live Guide specifically details all of the info about your membership. Every single person that has a membership in doTERRA is going to get 25% off their oils. And on top of that, when you order in the future, there's 2 ways to order. You can do a standard order, which is a one-time order, or you can do the Loyalty Rewards program. And the Loyalty Rewards program has some amazing perks. I'll briefly go through those at the end just in case you guys aren't familiar with them. It also, that Live Guide though, it explains your renewal process and everything in there. So it really does have some great information. And if you're somebody that's curious about the business, both the Shared and the Build Guide are great places to start. Just exploring, or maybe talking to the person that enrolled you and asking them questions. On other places you can go. doTERRA University, if you go to doTERRA.com, there's a tab that says Our Advocates. And then under there's doTERRA University, and that also is another place with just a wealth of knowledge. There are different webinars on how to use your oils. Like, they just did a whole series for weight loss and detoxification. And they have the webinars all uploaded there on doTERRA's website. They also have other classes that are recorded that are amazing as well. So if you're ever just like, I just want to watch a video about different topics, that's a great place to go. Sorry, my gum was getting old. And then my favorite resource of all time is this book, The Essential Life book. I'm sure there's some of you guys watching this that have this book, but I just wanted to go through what it looks like. Here in the beginning, there's symptom names and then essential oils you can use for those things. And then it literally has a key for how you use them, whether it's ingestion, topical, or aromatically. So for an example, this first one says heartburn, and then over on the right side it says digestive and intestinal, page 173. So if you flip to page 173, you can see this is the digestive and intestinal chapter, and there's a ton of information, including a ton of recipes. It's amazing. And then if you flip further here in the back, oh sorry, I missed a section. This section here goes through, like, this is Roman chamomile, all the uses for Roman chamomile, and down here at the bottom it has listed studies that prove the essential oils being able to benefit you in those ways. And then at the very end, there's different sections that have recipes for cooking, and then there's like DIY cleaning recipes and how to use them with your pets and so much stuff. So anyways, if you have never gotten this book, I highly encourage you to either A, contact your enroller. They might have some on hand, because sometimes ladies on our team will order them in bulk to give their team discounts. Number 2, you can check out Amazon. If you look up above on our Living Drop, or our LDC page, the post that's pinned to the very top, I have a link for my Amazon store. And in my Amazon store, I have some suggested resources if you're an Amazon Prime junkie like me. And one of them is this great Essential Life book. So if you want to look for it there, you can. And then there's also other options like Oil Life and things like that where you can order them. I think they're currently out of the oils or the books on oillife.com, but just a few options for you to check into if you're interested in getting that book. Now that we've talked about resources, I wanted to briefly cover some of the basics. If you're here, you probably will know some of this stuff, but I hope I give you some good tips along the way. An essential oil is an aromatic compound that is made out of chemical constituents that affect our body in different ways. And so really, when it comes down to oils, I just like to think of them as these amazing little teeny compounds that brought healing to plants, and because they're natural and from plants, my body knows what to do with them. My cells know how to absorb them, my body knows how to process them for healing in my body, and we love using them in our home. That being said, essential oils are very, very powerful and potent, especially when you're using doTERRA. If you are here on our page, it's most likely because you value quality and you know what you use with your body and what you spend your money on. You want to work. You want it not to include toxic chemicals and bad garbage. And you just want to build health in your body. And so with doTERRA, the great thing is they have committed to excellence, and they do over 11 different tests on the different oils that we get, and they do that on every single batch. So if you're really curious and maybe you just ordered some oils recently, if you check on the bottom, there now is a lot number that you can literally type in on sourcetoyou.com, and it gives you a readout of the results from the tests that were done on it. So it's pretty sweet. So next, oils can be used 3 different ways. Again, you guys probably all know this, but I want to demonstrate a few of the ways that you can use oils. So when it comes down to the most common use of oils, it's going to be people using oils aromatically. It's one of the safest ways to use oils, and it's very, very beneficial. What your body does is, as you breathe that oil in, the same way when you breathe in oxygen, your body, your lungs get those compounds there, and then it goes into your blood and your heart pumps it out to the different organs of your body. So those little chemical constituents, even when you're breathing them in, are so powerful. They also have a dramatic effect on our brain because they're able to cross the blood-brain barrier, or most of them are. And they then affect different parts of our brain, like the limbic system, which controls emotions. So if anybody's ever been frustrated and then tried to study, you know that when you get frustrated, it's not easy to learn. Like, so you think about there's a lot of situations where that can apply, but oils can be so powerful in so many different ways emotionally and also therapeutically for other benefits in our body. A topic for a different day. So when we're using oils aromatically, obviously the number one way to use oils is by using a diffuser. There are different types of diffusers, and my favorite diffuser from doTERRA is the Petal diffuser. This comes in a lot of starter kits, and I know a lot of people also that like the Aromalight diffuser because that comes with an 8-hour timer. Both of them have the ability to shut off the light, and they work great. I have also ordered a diffuser from Amazon, and it died for me very, very quickly. So just a note would be that when you're buying a diffuser, make sure you talk to whoever's been educating you, because there's a lot of diffusers out there that are high quality. That's not meaning to say that you have to order your diffuser from doTERRA, because that's not necessarily true. I don't get all of mine from doTERRA, but I definitely value quality and do a lot of research before I buy a diffuser. So the next thing I want to say about that is a good habit for your diffusers for cleaning to optimize the life of your diffuser would be to use about a teaspoon of white vinegar and water in your diffuser, and just run your diffuser with that at least once a month, and then just wipe out the inside of it. That's a great way to take care of it and just make sure it doesn't die. One other note is if you have any problems with your diffuser in the first 30 days, doTERRA does have a warranty then. But I personally haven't had a diffuser die that soon. So our doTERRA diffusers are still all running right now. So then let's say you love using oils aromatically. The other thing that you can do is you can use a lot of different types of aromatherapy jewelry if you're a woman. So like for instance, this necklace, I can use the little beads and I can put oils on them. There's also bracelets you can use, and I'm sure some of you guys have seen the lockets that have a little leather pad in them. That's a great way to use oils for your kids if they go to school. You can put a drop of oil on their essential oil jewelry. There's also little essential oil inhalers of sorts that you can get on Amazon. They're pretty cheap, and they have just a little cotton swab where you can put some essential oil on and you just put that in your nose. So those are a few options. I personally don't use those a lot. And then obviously you can just put a drop in your hand and breathe it in. So that's just a little bit about using oils aromatically. Next would be using oils topically, and using oils topically comes into play because as you put them, I don't know why I can't see the comments, guys. Swipe left to reveal comments and reactions. I'll have to figure that out later, I guess. Anyways, okay, I'm not going to be able to figure it out. Using oils topically, there's lots of options, and so the first thing that I wanted to go through is using a little roller bottle, because when you use a roller bottle, you are going to be diluting your oils, which is actually really awesome in a lot of ways. So for me, I definitely apply oils without dilution sometimes, but these are going to be oils that I use on occasion. If it's an oil that I'm using every single day, I put in a roller bottle for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's cheaper. Let's be honest. Number two, the coconut oil helps to seal the essential oil in on your skin. So then your body's going to absorb more of it, whereas if you don't use a carrier oil, more of that essential oil will evaporate off of your skin before it absorbs into your body. And then also, obviously, when you use coconut oil, you can spread that oil over a larger area. So say you're using Deep Blue on your low back or your neck, you only want to use a couple drops, but you can use coconut oil to spread that out everywhere on your body, on your low back or whatever. And then of course with children and elderly, it's really important to dilute more because their bodies are more sensitive. For kiddos, their bodies are much smaller, and you don't want them to use as much oil as you would use on yourself. So when I make a little 5 ml roller like this, I literally use 6 drops for my baby Elliot. So if you want to look more into dilution, also reference the file tab. There is a dilution chart uploaded there that you're more than welcome to print off and use. So I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate how I make a roller bottle. I start with my empty roller, which PS, if you're looking for these, I have them in the Amazon store, or in that pinned post you can see some other links to other places you can buy them. This is peppermint. I would say a majority of you probably have this essential oil. And then I have frankincense here. So I am making this as a focus blend for myself. For some people, this is going to be a great blend for head tension. For some people, this is a great blend to use in the morning to help you wake up. If you're like me and I just sometimes feel like this grogginess when I wake up in the morning, this is one of my favorite blends to use. And I'll just put a little bit on the tops of my temples, maybe a little under my nose. And then another option that you can do is peppermint and wild orange. So this is a great mid-afternoon slump recipe. Wild orange is so uplifting, and peppermint is very energizing and helps to focus. But for today, I'm gonna do my favorite blend because it's my favorite. And so I'm gonna personally make this roller for an adult. Like, so for somebody like me. And I'll go ahead and count my drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'm using 20 of peppermint and 10 of frankincense. Sorry, 10 of frankincense. Can't talk. Anyways, I just kind of make up that recipe. Honestly, that's just what I like as far as for this size of bottle, the strength that I like. And then I have this bottle of fractionated coconut oil that I got off of Amazon. And then I have my little cap. And I'm going to go ahead and push that on. And then a little roller bottle. Ta-da! So easy. And this little guy is going to go in my purse for my work times when I'm at the library. So anyways, that is how to use a roller bottle. So then where to apply it, like I said, I'll do it up here or right over here, a little under my nose, sometimes on my throat or the top of my spine. You can also do it on the bottoms of your feet. Those are all common places to use it. But say you're trying to support your liver in detoxification, then you would just want to try to use that oil over the top of where that organ is on your body. Another option for using oils topically is doTERRA's awesome essential oil spa unscented lotion. I think I just said unscented twice. Anyways, this lotion is amazing. I like to call it my personal Bath and Body Works without the toxins. Because I used to love Bath and Body Works, and now I just use this lotion. It's non-toxic, and I can scent it however I want every single day. So it's really like Bath and Body Works on steroids, because I get to have whatever flavor I want every single day. And some of my favorites for after the shower are Slim and Sassy. It's great for detoxifying fat cells. I love to use Balance or Lavender if my skin is irritated at all. I also really like Peace. That's one of my personal favorites, but everybody's different. So those are just a few suggestions. And then other topical ways to use essential oils are things like the Aroma Touch Massage. If you've never received one, again, talk to your enroller about it. Maybe they'll work something out for you, or you can earn one from them if they're trained. The Body Systems Protocol is another awesome way to apply oils. It's a layering of the oils on the spine that helps to combine the benefits of the different oils without mixing them together. When you mix oils together, they do have a different effect because, again, the chemistry is going to mix together and change the oils a little bit. So sometimes layering applications can be some of the best things for therapeutic benefits. Again, you can ask your enroller more about that if you're curious about how we use the Body Systems protocol, but it's pretty simple. It's just a matter of learning how to use it and seeing if it's a good fit for you and your family. We use it mostly when our immune systems are needing support. And then, yeah, those are the main things I'm thinking of topically. Of course, Epsom salt baths and things like that are awesome. And then we're going to talk about ingestion. Ingestion's a little bit more controversial for people, depending on where you stand in the oil world. Conservative people sometimes choose not to ingest oils, which is totally fine. I would say that I land a little bit more on the liberal side, but again, I like to be educated in how much I'm ingesting. So if you haven't already, just Google Dr. Hill, ideal amounts, and he has a whole blog post about the ideal amounts to be able to ingest, put on topically, or use aromatically. And so that's a great resource, because it's also, you don't want to be ingesting too many oils because they are potent. Not something to be fearful about, but again, to be cautious and really just educated, learn. And again, I don't recommend ingestion for kids under the age of 6 or 44 pounds. So just to be clear on those things. But for immune system support and detoxification, we use oils often, I guess, in those cases. And so if you are a new oil user, I really recommend getting doTERRA's veggie caps. They're great little capsules that you can open up and put, say, a drop of Digest-Zen, because if you're like me, I'm like, it tastes disgusting, and support your digestive tract. Or if you're wanting to make an immune system balm, you can add a drop of oregano, 2 drops of Melaleuca, and 2 drops of On Guard. I got that recipe from this book under the immune system section, but I took the drop amount down a little bit, and I do that every 3 to 4 hours when I feel like I'm starting to go under the weather. And each time I take it with food, because the same way I would dilute oils on my skin, I want to dilute them on the inside. So other ways you can ingest oils are obviously in your water or cooking. When you're cooking with oils, really it dilutes them a ton. So there's times that we've cooked with oils and Elliot eats it because it's so diluted. Sorry, somebody just tried to call me. Never had that happen before. So those are the 3 uses, and then just a couple safety notes I wanted to run through in case you didn't know these already. With citrus oils, if you apply them topically, say lemon, you're wanting to get rid of some mucus and you massage it in here as like kind of a decongestant with some coconut oil, you're not going to want to go lay out in the sun because these areas are going to be more prone to burn. They'll be photosensitive because of certain chemical constituents that are in citrus oils. So just be careful with that, especially during the summertime. And then also with citrus oils, if you are drinking citrus oils, make sure to be drinking them out of stainless steel or a glass water bottle, because if you want to do an experiment, you can add a drop of lemon essential oil to your to a styrofoam cup or plate. It's pretty amazing because it literally will eat a hole in the styrofoam within about 5 minutes. And so that just shows how incredibly essential oils can eat up those petrochemicals. It doesn't do that to your skin when you put it on the outside, but again, it just shows how powerful it is in detoxification. So when you add them to water bottles, you just want to make sure they're always glass or stainless steel, not something like plastic that it would start eating away your plastic water bottle and then you're drinking those chemicals. We touched on this, but oregano and other spicy oils, make sure you're always diluting, and make sure you're always diluting with babies. And then don't ever put oils in holes in your body. So if your ear or your baby's ear is needing some support, it's best to use some Melaleuca and coconut oil and massage it around the ear, just like that. Not put a drop in the ear. Don't do that. But if you do ever on accident, maybe gargling or something, get some oil splashed in your eye, use coconut oil or some sort of oil to dilute that, because water will intensify it, whereas the oil is going to dilute it down. And then I think there's one other one that I'm forgetting about right now. But just as far as keeping your oils good quality long term, make sure that you're not storing them in heat or leaving them out in your car. It's best to store them in a cool, dry place. So the last thing I wanted to run through today is just, again, the perks of the Loyalty Rewards program. If you haven't already had that explained for you, the Loyalty Rewards program basically is you committing to ordering once a month. And there isn't a minimum requirement. And honestly, you could do a Loyalty Rewards order one time and never have to order again. You could call doTERRA and cancel it basically, but you probably won't want to do that. When you order on Loyalty Rewards, each time you will get your shipping back to you in points. So that's the main big perk. And then if you order 50 PV, for the first 3 months, you'll get 10% of your order back in points. And those points, both the shipping points and the 10% back, those points are equivalent to dollars. So those are free dollars that you're gonna be earning over the course of time. And if you continue with your order at 50 PV, you will get 30% back at the end of, the full year. So right now, every single time I order 100 PV, because I'm doing it as a business, to earn commission, you have to order 100 PV, and I get $30 plus my shipping back every single time I order, which is just amazing. We get so much free stuff and we love it. We use it all. Like, we've just found that a lot of the stuff that we used to get at Target and other places, online, all that kind of stuff, we get it through doTERRA, and now we get points back and a lot of free stuff and free perks. So if you have more questions on that, make sure to contact the person that is your main educator. But thanks for joining me here today. I hope this was a good starting point for you and that you guys learned something new. And be on the lookout for Melissa's video next week. Thanks, guys.